We'll walk you through.
How to use BigCommerce.
If you find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to our channel.
For the sake of this video, we're going to go with the start the free trial. And you want to go ahead and input your details. So the store name, let's call it King. So depending on the size of your business, you want to choose the appropriate option here. So I'm just going to say I'm just starting out. North America, location of the store. Click on create store and your store will be ready in a few seconds. All right, so it's going to ask if you have an existing website. If you do, you want to go ahead and input that in. If you don't, you can just go ahead and click on no. What will you be selling? So we have a list of options here. I'll just go with home, garden, and furniture. What best describes how you currently sell your products? I'm going to go with, I sell mainly through online marketplaces and then proceed to store. All right. So once we are on the dashboard of BigCommerce, basically what you can see here are some steps that you can take to customize your store. And on the left-hand side, you can see that we have different options as well that are customizable for your store. So the first thing you want to do is to go over to your products here and click on add products, and this will populate your store with the products that you want to sell. So I'm just going to click on add. All right. So basically you can see here that we have different information that you would need to input for your store. For example, we have the basic information like the product name. So you want to go ahead and let's just say home table decor, product type physical, the price of the product, let's just say $49.99. Brand, you can just leave that blank. The weight of the product, let's say 2 kilograms. Add category, you can just go with home furniture. Click done. Description, luxury home decor furniture. Images and video. So this is where you can upload an image if you have the images of your products on your computer. So I'm just going to click on upload images here, and I have a nice product that I've downloaded, and I'm just gonna click on the image here, write a description of the image to improve SEO. So you can just go ahead and copy the initial description and paste it on here. Also, we have other information like the product identifiers and so many other options like the variant options, etc. Storefront details, you can go ahead and customize that, but I'm just gonna skip this because these are not so important for now. So we also have things like SEO. These are things that you would want to fill in at your free time. But for now, we're just going to click on save, because this is like just the basic fundamental details, and pricing, images are already enough to work for the product. So the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead to where it says storefront and click on themes. So basically this is the layout and essentially would be how your website or storefront looks when a potential customer comes in to buy a certain product. So what you want to do here is to go over to themes marketplace, and we're going to select an appropriate theme that works well with our brand. So we have a couple of options here. I'm just going to go with home and garden because that is our category. And yeah, so this looks pretty cool. I have a sofas, but as you can see, it's $295. So we just want to click on free options here. And as you can see, we have Vault Natural, which looks pretty good. So we're just going to click on it and select this as our theme for our website. So Vault Natural looks pretty good. And we have different styles here. So I'm just going to go with Vault Cool. I think that looks pretty good. And click on add theme. Apply theme now and click on confirm. So once you do that, this is a good time to visualize how your store looks at this point. In order to do that, you need to go over to the top right corner where it says view storefront. You want to right click and just click on it. A new tab will open, and this is basically how our storefront looks at this point. So as you can see, it's pretty plain with just some basic features and images as well, but these are all customizable, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that in a minute. All right, so going back to the themes here, you can also add a logo to your storefront, and I'm just going to call this King. That's the name of the store. And you can upload a custom image to use as your logo. I'm just going to select an image from my computer. So I have a logo that I have downloaded earlier, and I'm going to just upload it over there. You want to click on optimized for your theme and click on save. And your logo is going to be uploaded to your storefront accordingly. The next step is to go over to the homepage carousel. If you want to customize the way the images are shown on your storefront, this is a good way to do that. All you need to do is to just make some changes to the images as they're displayed from one to another. Right. So this displays the different slides on your storefront. So for example, if you go to a storefront, you see how the pictures are being transitioning. You can decide to change that on here. You can add more slides. You can decide how long you want the swap to be as per your preference. So the next is the social media links. You can go ahead and add different clickable social media links to the storefront as well. And there are different platforms that you can use to this effect depending on your preference. So this is where you can do that. You can just paste the link of all of your available networks and click on save. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is to just go over to the storefront, customize, and this is going to bring you on to the page builder here. This is basically a drop and drag feature, pretty easy to use. And this can allow you to make modifications to different parts of your storefront, right? So this is pretty easy to do. As you can see, it says drag and drop widgets here, and all of these places that have drag and drop widgets stated, you can make different changes to those places. All right. So for example, if I wanted to just add some text over here, I could just drag the text icon over here and just type in welcome. And of course I can customize the text by, changing the color or making it bolder, or, you can basically do whatever you want. You can increase the size of it. For example, you can just make that a little larger. Let's say 40. And yeah, so going back, you can also add like a different layout. You can add an image. So for example, let's say I wanted to add an image right over here. I can just drag this image widget on here and I'll be able to add an image. This is a default image. If I don't like that, I can just click on this. All right, so I'm just going to delete this image. Doesn't look really good. So on here, you can click upload image. So there are a bunch of images that typically would appear here from the media library of BigCommerce, or you can just go ahead and upload yours. I prefer to upload my own images, so I could just upload this right here, and it says there was an error. Let's try that again. All right, so as you can see, the image has been uploaded. Of course, you can adjust the dimensions. Let's say click on custom and, just make it a little smaller as well. And yeah, so of course you can adjust the alignment. You can basically do whatever and adjust it to your preference. Okay, so these are like just demo products that are displayed here. And of course, just like I showed you earlier, you can use the add product feature to add or to replace each of these products as well. Yeah, so this is basically how the page builder works. Another functionality is that you can preview how your website looks on a computer, on a tablet, or on a mobile. So let's say, for example, I wanted to change the display on the main page in the carousel here. Right, so go over to storefront and go over to homepage carousel. And you can basically just replace what you have here. So I'm just going to click on this one. I'm going to delete it and replace it with an image from my computer. Let's just drag this one on here again. And yeah, so this is going to replace the image that appears. Let's refresh the page and see how that looks. Oh, I forgot to click on save. And once you upload it, you just want to click on save. And this is going to upload the carousel. And if you go back to your store, refresh the page and click forward, you can see that your image has been uploaded here. Moving forward, you can, of course, make other changes. You can add a logo. You can also check your marketing. This is where you can do promotions, transaction emails, check your Google customer reviews as well. And this is a pretty cool feature, but you would need to upgrade your plan in order to do that. You can also check your analytics, and this can give you information about all of the engagement that you have on your store. You can see your revenue data, your conversion rate, your orders, your customers, and all of the different funnels that are channeled on your store. You can see the best performing products and stuff like that. Also, you can add your sales targets report in store search, stuff like that. And basically, once you're done with all of that, so you want to just go back to the home section on here, and you can also set up your shipping address by clicking on set up shipping. And essentially what you want to do here is to input the address that you can ship out your products from. So I'm just going to add shipping address here and fill that in. Delaware, click submit, and this should be saved. As well as your shipping zone. You can add a country zone. I'm going to select the United States and click submit. And, also just make changes that will work well for your store. And let's preview the store. Right. So this is how it looks at this point. Remember, you can always make changes and add more information as necessary. Another super important function is your web pages. All right. So if you click on your web pages, this is where you can add different sections to your store. So I'm just going to click on create a web page here. Right. So here you can add the name of the page name. So I'm just going to click on portfolio, for example, and maybe the content as well. You can edit it. You can say here are a list of my product portfolio, for example. And yeah, so you can just go ahead and click on save and exit. And if we were to go back to our store, as you can see, the portfolio has been added, and you can add other headers to your store as well as per your preference. So that is basically how you get started with BigCommerce. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful, and make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for fire updates on everything tech.